think to start with it was just a very crude young enterprise scheme. But over the years, it's evolved into something that's way more significant. Young enterprises are nice to have, and we always still do that because kids like that competitive element, but it's something a little bit more with values and principles and ethical business that's the predominating characteristic now. And this happened at a very high level. A couple of years ago, students wrote a book with Margaret Mazey on literacy and numeracy. Later on, in terms of the Pacifica team, raw ingredients we brought from the islands here to make soap. They engaged with the Service and Food Workers Union in terms of their large Pacifica union membership. And so those relationships have been quite key, they've been quite real and quite material, and provided students, I guess, with a different insight into the working relationship.
I think a good example was 2012, the team which engaged with the youth wing of the prison. So you've got young men here, empowered if you like, in a traditional school setting, and you've got probably your most marginalised youth in prison. Out of that engagement, there was learning on both sides. I would say that there was much gift given to our young men as was given to the young men in the youth wing of Christchurch Men's Prison.
The approach by St Thomas's was pure gold for us. The breadboard was the end product, but really the value in this initiative from our point of view was far deeper than that. They had the opportunity to get involved in a venture from the planning stage right through to creation of an end product. So it's an opportunity for them to, interact with people that they wouldn't normally associate with and think differently about what that future might mean for them through a constructive project like this.
It was an amazing experience. Shocking for me to see so many, Māori and Pacifica people my age in a penitentiary when here I am in my school uniform and my blazer and stuff like that,
The University of Canterbury has a memorandum of understanding to support that social enterprise. In addition to our staff, we actually use our own students as mentors and as coaches and buddies for the teams. That's an enormous benefit to our students because they're actually about supporting others and about mentoring and coaching, and they love it.
So the GPS thing we've got here,
cool.
This is a tracker that receives a signal via satellite, obviously, and then it sends it out in a text message to a website or to your phone.
The boys that take part in it draw on a lot of other things. So these boys draw on other boys to help them. They draw on other parents with expertise. They come through it a lot more confident than maybe they were to start with. They have a whole different set of skills that they gain through this. And as a parent in the school, I'm very proud of that action that the school takes. And I'm very proud of the fact that they expose our boys to those sorts of things.
It's the intensity of the experience will create the engagement, and if young people are engaged, they learn. So the whole process of engaging in this became embedded in who we are as a community and encouraging our young men to think about world issues, to believe that they can make a difference and they can solve problems and they can make change, to engage with the community to do that. So it's got a very strong ethical base and it's very embedded in who we are as a community.